Hi everybody, Bunny Berry here, answering your questions from Just Ask Bunny. Okay, the first question. I'm going to break these down into little 10-minute segments, so I'm going to kind of go quickly through them. Tell us about the dolls behind you. This is from Laurie B. Well, Laurie B, these are not dolls. They're actually puppets. I collect puppets from around the world. What you see behind me is actually a set from China, and they are rod puppets. Dun, dun, dun. I collect puppets from Indonesia and Vietnam and China and just all over the world. I love puppets. I used to be a puppeteer, and I'm very into puppet history. I only collect puppets that have actually been used in performance and are being retired. So these guys would probably have ended up, being destroyed, burned, whatever, just to make more room for new puppets. And so I have a little puppet rescue here in my office. It's the world's smallest puppet museum, and probably the only puppet museum in Anderson, South Carolina. So you can see here that I also collect Indonesian puppets. These are my favorites up here above my desk. And so yeah, they're actually not dolls, they're puppets. Good question, thank you. Next question. I have a question about square foot gardening. My partner and I are just about to start ours up, and we're unsure of the soil mixture. Well, first of all, let me suggest that you go to your local library and look for the book Square Foot Gardening by Mel Bartholomew. Mel Bartholomew. He's the one who developed this mix and developed the square foot gardening technique. It is 1/3 vermiculite, 1/3 peat moss, and 1/3 compost. I use a mushroom compost. Everything's light, fluffy. The ants love it. My square foot garden has been completely taken over by fire ants. I've tried all sorts of methods to get rid of them. I think they're gone, and then poof, the next day they're back. They're back. So if you have fire ants in your yard, anywhere near your garden, make sure that you treat, you put some borax, or I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what you're going to do, but make sure that they don't get there in the first place. Try to do some kind of, cayenne or something around the exteriors before they become a problem, because after they become a problem, it's a problem. It's a problem. I assume in any garden that's a problem. But really, use your local library. Use your local library, guys. This is a very hard time for a lot of people. I know, people don't have money. I certainly don't. I'm totally broke. And one of the reasons that I'm not doing a lot of square foot gardening right now is I don't know if I'm going to have my garden here. I don't know if we're going to sell the house. I don't know if we're going to stay in the house. I don't know. Things are financially just up in the air. I do know that I can't afford to buy books and music and stuff like that right now, so I go to my local library, and I bet they will have the square foot gardening book. And if they don't, ask your librarian about it. They may be able to order it for you from another library. So that's a tip on how to be entertained during hard times. Use your library. It's awesome. And our library has a huge music collection too, so you can actually, get music and listen to it, new music that you haven't heard, or, reminisce back to the 80s. It's kind of fun. So 1/3 vermiculite, 1/3 compost, 1/3 peat moss. That's Mel's mix. Mel Bartholomew, Square Foot Gardening. And let's see, one more question. What do you love most about RawFu? What inspires you to keep working on RawFu? Well, that question is really easy to answer. It's you guys. You guys inspire me. I read your stories. I read about how you are all taking the good college try to change your lifestyle, and that just gets me fired up. Fired up! It really does. Gets me fired up. So it's all about you. I'm just, I'm your humble servant here to facilitate your challenge and to facilitate what I think is a lifestyle change that is going to really change your life forever. I don't think after you do this raw food lifestyle for a while, and I would say 3 months or more, that you'll ever really feel right going back to your old standard American diet. maybe it's easy to go back there. I haven't found it that easy to go back there, full force. So you guys inspire me, and that's why I always have a smile on my face, because I hear people's stories, and then some people write me and say, oh, you've inspired me to make this change in my life. And I mean, I can make a difference in somebody's life. That's monumental to me. It's monumental to me. And every single change that I can inspire or you have inspired, we are doing something to change the world. And that's awe-inspiring to me. That is something that is truly, the word awesome gets used like just thrown out, awesome. But being able to elicit change or inspire change in another human being, especially to better their health, now that is truly awesome. It's awesome. It is. It's in the true sense of the word. Like, it's that big. It's awesome. So that's what inspires me. And that's why I diligently work on RawFu and on RawFu magazine. I'm your servant. I feel like this is my purpose right now. And this is what I have to do. So, thank you for the question. I love that question. All right, I'll answer more questions next video.